It was Christmas Day, the 25th of December 2009, high above the Atlantic. Northwest Airlines Flight 253 was descending toward Detroit, Michigan, its cabin calm, families adjusting seats, lights dim for landing. Then a sharp smell, burnt fabric. A flash. Panic rippled through the aisle as a young man in seat 19A struggled, fire licking his clothes. Passengers leapt. Hands pinned him down. Someone screamed. The plane did not explode, but it came terrifyingly close. The man was Umar Farouk Abdulmutallab, a Nigerian. The man the world later called the underwear bomber. The bomb had failed by seconds and by chance. As investigators raced backward through his life, names began to surface. Email trails. Clerics. Contacts. In Saudi Arabia, security alarms rang. One name appeared often enough to raise concern: Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a Nigerian Islamic cleric who had exchanged correspondence with Abdulmutallab months earlier. It was enough? In early 2010, Gumi was quietly arrested in Mecca, detained, questioned, and held for months. No public charges. No courtroom. Just confinement, scrutiny, silence. Eventually, after intervention by Nigeria's government, Saudi authorities released him. Back in the United States, Abdulmutallab faced justice in full view of the world. Shackled, calm, unrepentant, he stood in a federal courtroom. On the 16th of February 2012, he pleaded guilty to terrorism charges. No bargaining. No apology. He spoke instead of grievance, of wars, of Muslim lands, of what he called American tyranny. The judge sentenced him to 4 life terms plus 50 years, without parole. The book, as the court saw it, was closed. But the story had lingered far longer. Abdulmutallab was born in Kaduna in 1986, into privilege and influence. His father, Alhaji Umaru Mutallab, was a former chairman of First Bank of Nigeria, a pillar of the northern establishment. The son was educated abroad, Togo, then London, where he studied engineering at University College London. By all accounts, he was quiet, intelligent, deeply introspective. Somewhere along the way, something hardened. Friends noticed withdrawal. Anger. Obsession. His family noticed, too, and warned authorities. In 2009, Abdulmutallab traveled to Yemen, where Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP, provided him ideology, training, and the explosive device. AQAP would later claim him proudly. And then there was Gumi, though not convicted, but watched closely by Saudi security. Years passed. Nigeria debated his role at home as he spoke publicly about dialogue with armed groups. Saudi Arabia watched quietly. In May 2025, as pilgrims streamed into the kingdom for Hajj, Gumi arrived too, only to be stopped. No explanations. No appeals. He was barred from the pilgrimage and deported to Nigeria for the second time. It was his first time setting foot in Saudi Arabia since his 2010 detention. It appears he had been designated a person of particular interest. A failed explosion in the sky. A cleric detained in Mecca. A young man from privileged family turned jihadist. Courts may close cases, but security shadows remain open. And some associations, once noted, are never fully erased.